Chapter 17, Finger to the Man. Exterior, cityscape, day. Via in her paneled station wagon with a surfboard on the roof racks is driving down a city street with skyscrapers on each side. The station wagon pulls into a covered parking garage under a very tall building. Via gets out of the car, walks to the elevator, gets in, presses a button, and heads up. Interior, upscale, artsy office, day. Via enters the office, which reveals a wide open space. Its decor is super hip and super artsy. She walks up to the front desk, checks in, and is escorted by a hipster-looking model. There are models dressed in haute couture fashion of the early 90s, walking and hanging around. Via looks at the models in confused astonishment. The models look at her the same way. They are sizing Via up and even sneering at her total lack of fashion. Via is feeling like a fish out of water. A fashion photo shoot is happening as she walks past them. She is led to an office door. The model opens the door, lets Via in, and closes the door. Interior, office, day. Colton Hall is an older man who is trying to look much younger and hipper than he actually is. He is sitting behind a desk. Plastered all over the walls are pictures of him with fashion models by his side. Colton, Via! Come in, have a seat. I'm glad to finally meet you. The phone is so impersonal. Via sits down on a plush leather couch. Colton comes from around the desk and sits next to her. Colton, congratulations on the world title. I've been following your surfing career. I just want to say, you're so beautiful out there surfing. Bikinis just love your body. Via with a perplexed look. Thanks. Colton, and that eyeliner, you're white hot. Everyone wants to look like you, to look like a surfer. This is why I contacted you. I'm developing a new line of surf clothing, and I want you to be the face of the new brand. Via, really? That sounds very cool. Colton, what I create is more than cool. My clothing designs have influence all around the world. Colton puts his hand on her knee. I'm going to make you a star. Via moves her leg away from his hand. Colton, you will be seen everywhere on the cover of fashion magazines, TV interviews, and commercials. We will make appearances at all the international runways: New York, Milan, London, Paris. Via, what about the surfing tour? How am I going to do both? Colton, the schedule's intense. You'll probably have to miss at least 2 or 3 surf contests. Via, 2 or 3 contests? I can't win the world title if I miss those contests. You don't understand. This is what I've worked hard for my entire life. Colton, sacrifices have to be made. You don't understand. I'm going to make you a superstar, an icon. You'll make more money than you ever will surfing in those contests. In fact, I'm going to offer you a multi-million-dollar contract right now. Colton puts his hand on her knee again. Via abruptly moves her leg and is getting a bit uncomfortable. Via, have you ever surfed? Colton, no. What does that have to do with anything? I set the trends. I set the fashion. If I say the surfer look is in, the fashion world follows. You'll be in every department store in the nation. This line of clothes is going to make you famous. Via, well, being a surfer has a lot to do with it. You don't know anything about surfers, about the sport. You don't know anything about me and what that eyeliner symbolizes. I'm just a girl in a bikini to you. Colton, you know, there's plenty of girls out there that would do anything, I mean anything, to have a multi-million-dollar contract with me, Colton Hall. He puts his hand on her knee and moves it gently up her thigh. Colton, you need to grow up. Nobody throws away $1 million. This is how the industry works, honey. There's strings attached to everything, especially multi-million-dollar contracts. Certain perks I get to enjoy. A way for you to thank me, if you know what I mean. It's part of the deal. Colton's hand goes further up her leg, and he tries to kiss her. Via becomes enraged and throws his hand off his leg. Via, listen here, you creep. Screw your clothesline and screw your $1 million. All I want to do is surf. She jumps up and flips a coffee table over. Colton is startled, even scared. He jumps up and cowardly backs into the corner. Via is seen yelling at him and moving her arms erratically. Via storms out of the office, still yelling at Colton. All of the commotion disrupts the photo shoot. The models are looking at her with confusion and horror. She looks at the models in pity. Via can be seen talking to the models, pointing into the office and making gestures that Colton is a scumbag. In the background is one female model in the corner, smiling uncontrollably. The model realizes that Colton the creep has finally gotten what he has deserved. A series of shots. Shot A, the paneled station wagon driving down the city streets with skyscrapers on each side. Shot B, the paneled station wagon in a rural setting heading back home to the beach. Shot C, the paneled station wagon driving past Bajan Surf Shop and parking at the beach. Shot D, Via is sitting at the picnic table, looking at the waves, alone, and talking to herself. Shot E, Ledge walks up, sits next to Via, who is crying, and consoles her. Ledge is listening to Via's troubles. Via's body language tells the whole story of what just happened. Shot F, Via is crying, and Ledge gives her a big hug. Shot G, close-up of Ledge hugging Via. Tears and makeup are running down Ledge's face as Ledge can relate, better than anyone, to the pain Via is feeling. Ledge does not wish this kind of pain for anyone and cries for Via's injustice. Dissolve 2. End of Chapter 17. Finger to the Man. This is Mark, the author of The Bond Between Surfers. I'm creating a surfing grassroots effort to make this book into a feature-length film. Help support the project by purchasing the book, ebook, or audiobook. All proceeds will go to funding the film. Then one day, you'll be sitting in the movie theater, looking up at the big screen, and you can proudly say, I bought the book and made this movie. For more info, check out my website, tbbsurf.com. Thanks for your support.